Hey there, Amalia here with Karmic Kindness, back in the States, and came back with a little bit of a bug, as you might be able to hear in my voice. And Wonder Wednesday today it's an interesting one. And so I'm just curious and wondering with any of you, have you gone on a journey or an adventure and returned home to feel kind of unfamiliar with your surroundings or untethered from your previous life in some way? And it's interesting. I wasn't gone that long. I mean, my guy and I took a trip to Costa Rica that was around the same period of time away, but I came back this time feeling very disoriented and very much like I was home, but not home at the same time. And everything in my home felt very unfamiliar. It looked the same, but something wasn't quite right. Like my kitchen the dimensions seemed different. The, the outside of my home, like on my balcony area, also seemed different. Again, the dimensions seemed off. The feel of my place was different. I walked in and it was really hot in here, and I don't know what was going on, but something wonky was going on with my thermostat, and so the heat was running, I think, the entire time I was gone, which is not great for being in Florida. And so everything just seemed off, didn't seem quite right. So I'm curious for you, have there been times in your life when maybe it wasn't related to coming home from a trip? Maybe it was related to some experience that you had where something felt just a little bit off after you had that experience, or it changed you in some way, where you came back and you weren't the same person anymore. I'm definitely not the same person I was a few years ago when I was married and living in Virginia. And now being here, I'm not the same person. But I felt pretty much the same. So I've come back here and I'm feeling very different and not sure to where to land, I guess. So it's like I'm flying like this little bird that's flying in the air, and I landed here in what is my home, but it doesn't feel quite right. So I went back up into the sky and I'm still flying around trying to find that place to land. And I'm just curious if any of you have had that experience. Have you had that feeling where the familiar has become somehow unfamiliar, but it's not because it's changed, it's because you've changed somehow? And how do you navigate those moments and find a place that feels like home and navigate the path forward when you don't feel like you have that solid footing? For me, I always go to, I say I always go, this is actually a new thing for me. I go into my heart. Where that feels like home to me. And I close my eyes and I envision where I would like to be, who I'd like to be with, what we're doing, what I'm doing. And I guess what I've been doing since I've been home, other than really just resting and rejuvenating myself, is to just allow any information to rise up to the surface. I'm very logical, so I will go into thinking mode and figuring out mode. And this one is not a thing to figure out. It's one that just emerges and gradually unfolds in time, similar to a flower. You can't really force a flower to blossom. It's going to blossom in its own time. And so it's the same with us, it's the same with allowing our blossom of us to unfurl and unfold and be whatever it is that we're meant to be. So Yeah, some meanderings, some wanderings on this Wonder Wednesday. I hope that it finds you well and that you are feeling at home wherever you are. Remember, we learn from one another. I will see you here very soon. Amalia, signing off for now. Gonna go keep flying with my wings and bird's eye view of what's out there. Okay, we'll chat soon.